All right, looking back to Saturday, was a disappointment for our team. Obviously had a huge crowd, to fill the Alaris Center, and enthusiastic crowd, and got off to a decent start, a 3 and out, go down and score on defense, but it get called back because of a penalty. And then after that adversity, we really didn't get anything going defensively or offensively till late in the first half. And at halftime it was still a 28-10 ball game. I need to do a better job. Asked our guys to all look in the mirror after the game, see what we can do better. But the second half we did have a sequence there where we got back into the game, scored a touchdown, got a 2-point conversion, got it to a 2-score game, 35-21, and really needed a stop at that time to get the ball back, and just didn't do it. So if you look at the game as a whole, the time of possession, it needs to be in our favor to give our team the best chance for a positive result, and it wasn't in our favor by a large amount. We need to defend the run better. We know that. We're going to take a look at how we can do that better. And also we need to control the ball offensively. And it's been hard to run the football at times because of what teams are doing, but we think we can do better and be more consistent. And that's really identifying the issue right now is we need to stop the run and we need to control the ball offensively.
With the way the injuries have kind of mounted this year, is there anything program-wide that you feel like you need to do differently or better, or are those strikes of dumb luck and then it's just you can't do anything about it?
Well, we know that you're going to have some, and it's been a challenge for us, but we're willing to accept that challenge. And what we need to do overall, every year we talk about improving our roster and making deeper and better football team just by improving our roster. I feel we have improved our roster, but when you do have lose guys due to injury, your depth shows up, and it shows up not just on offense and defense, but special teams and all that. So it's a work in progress, and every year recruiting, we need to improve our depth, and also developing our current roster. That's how you improve your depth.
You kind of mentioned talking to the guys, you said looking in the mirror at halftime. Do you think heading into this week, is your message going to be different personally for you to your players from maybe a week or 2 weeks ago?
Well, one thing that we see some good signs early this week and yesterday was our leadership is starting to come to the front, and that's what needs to happen when you're in tough times. This game is easy when you're getting positive results, or easier, I should say. It's hard to get wins, and now when we're in some tough times and the scoreboard's not in our favor, our leadership really needs to come forward. That needs to come forward from our staff, from the head coach, and from our players. And that's really the message, is we can handle this if we approach it the right way. And it's September. You got to keep reminding your guys, hey, there's a lot of football left to be played. So you don't want to look too far ahead, but you got to remind them there's a lot of football left to be played yet this year.
And sticking with that, is that kind of how you go about this, to try to keep a positive spin on it, is the fact that there is a lot of season left and there's still a lot of ground that still can be made up by you guys?
Sure. You have to be positive. That's the only way to get better. And, we're going to challenge our guys to improve a lot. We think we can improve a lot as a football team. We had a number of younger players that played their first action extensively on Saturday, so we would expect them to improve a great deal this week. There's usually big improvements from game 1 to game 2, and for some of our players that was their game 1, and this will be their game 2. So we're looking for that improvement. We're going to keep challenging guys to get better and help our football team get better.
As far as UC Davis goes, what have you seen so far from them, and what are you expecting on Saturday?
Well, they're an attacking defense. They're going to come after us, and we're going to have to earn everything we get, and that'll be part of our preparation this week. Offensively, they're completing almost 68% of their passes, which is a high completion rate. We think they're very talented at receiver and tight end, and they'll present the matchup problems that we're always concerned about. They have one of the leading receivers in the league. One of the top guys returning, Doss, is very talented. So this will be a challenging game for us. They all are. We're going on the road. We're going to look forward to it.
Travis mentioned there was a players-only meeting this week. Do you think that's going to be a big positive for your group, knowing that the players are really going to strive to get better this week?
Yeah, we always want our guys to take ownership of the team, and what they discuss and what they talk about in a players-only meeting is their business, But we would, I think that's a real positive that our guys have gotten together to air some things out, or whatever approach they took. But that's part of leadership and part of captains and what they do.
Defense obviously has been a strong point for you guys last couple of seasons. This year, giving up a little bit more points than normal. Is that due to injuries, or is that just something maybe in the secondary that needs to be tweaked?
Well, it's uncomfortable for us. We've been very good at defending the run. We've not given up points like this in back-to-back weeks for a long time. So it can become frustrating. And when frustration enters into it, you sometimes probably lose focus. And we discuss that with our team that, hey, we got to stay in the moment. I think I need to stay in the moment. And that becomes a challenge, and that's how you got to approach it. But that's, again, part of leadership. I think our coaches can help in that area by staying in the moment. I know our players can help by staying in the moment, and that's what we're really preaching to our guys, to let's stay really focused on the task at hand, and frustration can't enter into this picture.
Coach, Nick Schmitz, I thought, had some nice positive moments for you on Saturday. There's a North Dakota kid, a local kid. Can you just speak again to what it means to see your North Dakota players, your regional players have success, take advantage of their moments?
Yeah, those are great stories, and we're really proud of Nick. We got here when he's in his freshman year, and he's a walk-on player, local guy, and we take a lot of pride in giving North Dakota guys and regional guys an opportunity to play Division I football, and he's worked so hard to earn a scholarship and to be on the travel squad and to contributing to our team, and we're very proud of him. And I know his home area is very proud of him. He draws a lot of people to the game, and those are great stories, and they're always fun to share during the season, after the season, and 5 and 10 years from now, we'll still be proud of those moments.
Wins are always obviously important, but how important is a win come Saturday, having lost 2 straight now?
Well, it's very important. You want to stay in the conference race, and right now there's 1-0 teams and 0-1 teams. We're one of the 0-1 teams, so we got to get a win to get in the conference race. But you still go back to Tuesday's practice is really important, how we start this week, and that's going to be the focus. And when we get to Saturday, we need to be ready both physically, mentally, and emotionally to go out and play a really good football team on the road and earn a win.
Did you encourage a players-only meeting, and how rare is that? Has that happened in your tenure?
I did not encourage a players-only meeting. They asked me to send the message out. That's all I knew about it, and that's their business. We talk about our upperclassmen and our captains. It's your team. Take ownership, and they spend so much more time together than we spend with them that the leadership of the team is really important.